Hey guys, it's Kevin again, and this is my review for Switched at Birth Season 3, Episode 15, and We Bring the Light. And wow, was this an amazing episode. I mean, seriously, it was an amazing episode. Especially that big ending at the end. I actually really loved how they did the ending. I thought it was going to be extremely predictable with the ending, but it wasn't predictable at all, and I absolutely love this episode. This was by far the best episode of the season. I really love this episode. I loved all the storylines in this episode. Everything was really interesting in this episode. And let's just get to it, because overall I really enjoyed it. So let's first get to the return of Toby. Yeah, Toby finally came back from Iceland, and basically, Bae, before we did find out that Bae unfortunately did not get into the college that she wanted to, which is very sad. She did not get into the college, and she doesn't really tell anyone, and when Toby comes home, everyone's really happy that he's back, and basically Toby shows them all these, pictures that he had in Iceland and everything. And you see that Toby has this newfound confidence in himself, newfound confidence in the world. He's very happy that he, left, because he kind of needs to get away from it all, which I can understand that. I mean, I do understand that, because the thing is, he needs to get away from it all, and also that he really just, the whole thing that happened with Nikki, I can totally understand why he left. He just needed to get away, and, he said he's happy that he's gone now, and, that he was gone, he had a great time, and we see, this slideshow, and then we see, this techno music that he put together, and he had a lot of fun, putting it together. And everyone's really happy that he's back, but then he goes to talk to Bae, and he can see that Bae is really down in the dumps, and she finally admits to him that she did not get accepted into the college that she wanted to, and Toby tells her, and I like Toby's advice here. He said, who cares what a bunch of people say? Just because you didn't get into college does not mean you're not a talented artist. And he basically tells her that they are going to do some street art, and the thing is, Bae has not done street art in years, and I thought that was a great thing for Toby to do with her, because Bae has not done street art in years, really, and it's been a long time since Bae really did any sort of street art. It was great to see her do street art again, and, he wanted her to, and she decided to, so she decided to do the street art, and basically, what ended up happening was Toby and Bae go to this place that it is illegal what they're doing, but they decide to put together, this thing similar to the picture that he took, similar to the thing in the picture he took, basically, from the picture that he took, he wants to, use that as inspiration, and it was Bae's idea, basically, and this really makes Bae happy, but then Catherine comes along, and we're not sure what she's gonna do, but of course, Catherine, as we know, has that newfound confidence in herself and all. That seemed to be the message of their plot, was this newfound confidence, and basically, she tags along, and she says to them, I'm gonna tell your father that we all went out for ice cream, and Catherine decides to help them and everything, and everything's going really well. However, the first time they set it up, it doesn't end up going well for them. The thing, Bae says, let it be light, and, it didn't work, because the thing would not light up, and that obviously was a problem, so they're kind of having trouble and everything. And, Bae kind of yells at Catherine about this, kind of yells, basically, kind of yells at her because she's kind of upset, not only at, that, but also at herself for not getting to college, and she doesn't tell her what's actually going on. And she says to Catherine, you're not even a good writer, and, Catherine's kind of upset. She leaves, basically, and she's really upset about that. But of course, Bae does catch up with her, and we weren't sure, what was going to happen and everything, and, we weren't sure what was going to happen. And basically what ended up happening was that Bae, basically, they ended up actually getting arrested and went to the cops, and we weren't sure what was going to happen to them. Because, by the way, I forgot to say, the very beginning of the episode, Catherine and John get this call, and she says there's been an accident, and we don't know who it's to or whatever. We don't know who it's to, but all we know is that there was some sort of an accident. There was sort of an accident, and basically, that's what ended up happening there. And after that happened, what ended up happening was that, So yeah, that was definitely a very big thing, and we weren't sure who was getting into this accident, and this episode really built that up very, very well, because we didn't know who was going to get hurt into this accident, or what was going to happen to them, and I thought that was definitely built up very, very well. For a while, I thought it was going to be Toby and Bay that had gotten into an accident. I'll talk about why in a second, but basically, they end up going to the cops, and Catherine ends up lying to the cops about why they're there. I thought that was definitely very funny, as to why they're there. And then Bay says to Catherine, "I'm a horrible daughter to you," and that's basically because she, was upset with Catherine, and Catherine, she then tells Catherine that she was not accepted to the college that she wanted to be accepted to, and, Catherine kind of tells her to keep her head up and everything. It was definitely good advice, definitely good advice, and I was happy that she did that. So yeah, that was definitely very good advice. And, but of course, she then brought John over to try to get her newfound confidence, and John told her that, when he was a senator, he was expecting to be very good at it and not just do small little tasks. He was expecting more, and basically he tells her that Bay is still a very good artist, and, they do the street art again, and it ends up working out very well for Bay, and that was very good. It was working out very well for Bay, so I was definitely very happy about that. That worked out for her. Sorry, my friend keeps texting me. But basically, yeah, that was definitely very good that it worked out for her, and that ended up working out very well for her. And, then what happened was Toby actually told John that he wants to be a DJ, which is very interesting. And I can kind of understand why, because, he was really good at the techno music. He really enjoyed what he was doing in Iceland, and basically he thinks he might have a career in being a DJ, which is kind of cool, actually. I'm happy that he wants to do that. And basically what ends up happening is, Bay and Toby, then get into the car. Bay and Toby, go in the car, and we think something bad is going to happen to them. We think something bad's going to happen to them. We think they're going to be the ones in an accident. Now, the question is, are they? I'm not going to tell you guys till the end of this review, because we have to get to the next plot, which had to do with Daphne, Angelo, and Regina. Now, Regina, as we know, she is very, very concerned about her safety right now. She knows some person is probably after her. She doesn't know what's going on, really, and Wes is teaching her how to shoot in case something bad does happen to her. And I like that her and Wes are becoming good friends. I definitely did enjoy that. And Wes wants to help her. He takes her over to this job interview, basically. Now, this part was kind of boring, honestly. I didn't care so much about it. We can see that Angelo is kind of upset because he had a date planned with her or whatever, and something he was planning on doing with her, and basically, Daphne and Angelo, Daphne's very concerned about her SATs, because, she really wants to do well on the SATs, and Angelo basically decides to take her to his restaurant so she can work, because if you remember, she said, he gave her the option of working in his restaurant, and, she wants to do that, and, basically, that's what ends up happening there. And that was definitely very nice. I like seeing the bond between them. I like seeing, Angelo and Daphne being very good father and daughter. I like seeing that a lot. And he kind of kept her head up a lot, and that was definitely very good. But then came the end of the episode, which is when things just got crazy, because Regina comes home, and Daphne's home at the same time. Now, Regina is very scared, as I said. She does not know who is there. She thinks someone is going to hurt her or attack her. She doesn't know what's about to happen to her. It's Daphne. Daphne opens the closet door, and Regina's like, "Don't come in, I have a gun." She doesn't even know that it's Daphne. And Daphne doesn't know that she's there either, because, she's deaf and everything. So Regina comes up to her with a gun, and almost shoots Daphne. But then she realizes what she's about to do, and she stops herself, and I was wondering, is Daphne going to get shot? Because, again, we thought something bad was going to happen to someone, and I thought that was definitely very well done, because we thought something bad was going to happen there, and it didn't. That was definitely very well done, but nothing happened there, and, instead of something happening is Daphne yells at Regina, because, of course, Regina knows that she's deaf and everything, and Daphne's kind of pissed at Regina for that, and I can understand why Daphne would be upset with her. I can totally understand why she would be upset with her for something like that. Definitely that was definitely very, very big. She's yelling at her and everything. And what ends up happening after that is then we get this whole fight between Angelo and Regina, because Angelo asks, Regina, he says, you were out all that time with Walsh. Basically, he's yelling at her about it. Basically what ended up happening was, he's very upset with her. He accuses her of cheating, and she says, I wasn't cheating and everything. Angelo decides to leave, very, very upset. Now, I thought something bad was going to happen to Daphne here because she's weighing the road, and again, we got that call, and I was thinking, why would John and Catherine get a call about this? And I was just thinking, maybe Daphne gets hurt. But that's not what ended up happening, because at the end of the episode, we find out that the person that's hurt is Angelo. And that was a perfect way to end the episode, because honestly, it was great. It was a really great cliffhanger, because we thought it was going to be someone like, say, Daphne, Bay, Regina, someone like that, and they really made us think it was going to be Toby and Bay, because they got into that car, and Bay even said to Toby, can you even drive? And Toby said, I'm going to try. And, he successfully got her there, and we thought it was going to be them. But then we see that it's Angelo, and honestly, that is genius. It really is. It really is genius, It's genius because they did not even make it seem like that was going to happen. They made it seem like it was going to be one of the central characters. And yes, Angelo, Angelo is a central character to the show, definitely. Very central character. However, I didn't think it was going to be Angelo. I thought it was going to be someone like Regina, because she was hurt, honestly. She was hurt and everything. And, she was in danger. She was worried something bad was going to happen to her. And, I thought it was going to be either Regina or Toby or Bay, but it ended up being neither of them. It ended up being, Angelo. And I thought that was actually very, very good the way they did that. I was very happy they did that, because I just didn't expect it to be one of them. I thought that was definitely a very good way that they handled it, and I'm really looking forward to the next episode. But overall, I love this episode. I thought this was a fantastic episode. By far the best episode of the season. Absolutely loved it. My only complaint was there was no Emmett in this episode. However, I really enjoyed the other plots in the episode. What's going to happen with Toby? Is he going to be successful as a DJ? We're going to see what happens here. What is going to happen to Angelo? My guess is they're killing him off, because, as I said, he's not a huge character, and the way they did it made it seem like they're going to kill him off. I just have this feeling they are going to kill him off. I really don't know. We're going to have to see. But, we're going to have to see what happens there. But that's it for my review. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys in my next video, which will be my review for the Foster. So I'll see you guys for that. Okay, bye.